Hello, Orly. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, LA. We have such a big difference of time. Here it's 8 hours more than there.
Well, good evening
Um,
for you and good morning for me.
that's right. That's right. And good afternoon, evening, and morning to everybody watching. So I'm very happy, very excited that you're here with us, and that you are going to share with us a special program talking about many different things that connect you to the Israeli dance world, your dances, the stories behind them, but also our friendship, because there are many stories and anecdotes there. So we're going to touch on some of them. But before anything, I want you to tell us where you're from and when did you start to dance?
I was born in Israel, in Yerushalayim, and my family decided to move to the United States when I was about 6.5, 7 years old. It was 1986, and I've lived in LA and Beverly Hills pretty much my whole life. I went to UCLA, and that's it. I've never lived anywhere else other than Israel and LA.
We both share a love for Israel, of course, because of Rikudei Am and because of our culture. But I think that after I was in LA, we share a very big love for LA. And it was amazing to be able to be there together, and you show me around, and not just to work together, which we're going to talk in just a little bit, but also to get to know a little bit the people and the city. And it's just the vibe, the energy, the weather.
So, ironically, even though I was born in Israel, I never folk danced. I never participated in Rikudam when I was younger. It was when I was going to UCLA, a friend of mine took me to a class. He knew that I had ballet background, and he knew that I had a very deep love for Israel. And he's like, I want you to come with me to this dance class. It's Israeli dancing. I'm like, what's Israeli dancing? And I literally fell in love. The music and the culture and just the connection that I was really yearning. Like when I moved here, I've always been I've been pretty much a Zionist. I am so drawn to the place that I was born that it's actually pretty funny that I live in LA, but my, like they say, your heart is always in your homeland, and I'm so like proud and honored to have two different homelands. I have dual citizenship. I never gave up my citizenship in Israel. um, and so I went there, and I went to actually David Doss's session. And the irony of it all is that first class was at the Westside JCC, and fast forward 16 years after I started folk dancing, I inherited David's session, and his session had been in many different locations throughout the time that he taught for over 30 years. And I ended up, when I started my class, it was back at the Westside JCC. So everything comes full circle.
Wow, like Rikudea, like usually
Oh my
dancing.
God. So
I have the courage to say that you are probably the most energetic Markida and Markid, it doesn't matter, from the whole Rikudeam world. And I don't think that anybody before, neither at least that I know for now, has even been able to top that up. So, call like a vote to you. Call like a
thank
vote.
you. No matter like what type of day you're having, you always have the ability to influence somebody else and to raise their spirits. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
now, with this situation. And it's incredible how many people you have made dance in this period of time, to the point that my brother and sister that never did a rikud in their life, they don't know what a mime is. They are now asking me, when is the next Zoom Kali? They are asking this.
And you have the same effect, and it's just, and this is why we get along so much, because you know you appreciate a gift. I honestly think it's a gift from God, and to be able to not keep it for yourself, to share it with other people and have them experience and have the community feel what you're feeling. That's what it's about. It's about the community.
Tell me, what is the first dance that you created that actually it's gone everywhere in the world?
The first dance that I created, and I think this is the first dance that people connect to me, is the hip hop line dance Hafinali. The song is by Subliminal. You know, I have a very unique style, and I think like I try to use that style to engage, especially the younger generation. So that's where Hafinali came from. I said, there's no hip hop in folk dancing. I understand what the purpose of folk dancing is, but I also understand that you need to be able to intrigue different people and then make them come together and understand the concept and teach the traditional dances and teach the new dances and kind of like intertwine them to make it a successful endeavor. It's funny that 20 years later, now it's become a big dance. And thankfully, you know, people are acknowledging it and they're enjoying it. And it became something that now bridges the gap between the younger generation and the older generation. And that's my pocket.
You said it better than anybody. It's a combination between bringing something that is attractive for the ones that are already dancing and for those that are just joining dance, regardless of their age. So, Orly, we are going to take now the video, the mix video of Afinali, that we have many different people, the mashup, like you call it, yeah, the mashup video of Afinali, and dance it together. Music by Subliminal. Let's enjoy.
יו, זה הפינאלי, סבלימינלי, ריקלי, נתקע לי. נכנסתי למשחק, למה המשחק אוניברסל, לא נורמלי, זה בא לי, היפ-האפ אורגנל, אוכל את כל המתחרים ותקרא לי קניבל. כל מה שצריך זה פטיפון, מיקרופון, כישרון, סגנון, כל שיר נהיה המנון, אני האור מציון, ואין לי מחירון, אז שכולם יפלו, אני אהיה כאן אחרון. שר, מרו, נאמבר 1, איצ'יבן, לא בזרם של כולם, אבל בזרם של אדם. אני מטורף, כמו כפית של אבל חכם, שם טבסקו על בנות אומרות שאני חם אם נרטבתי. בחיים אני לא מחליט, ואם רציתי את סיימן הייתי מעביד. אז תבין, חוקים עליי לא תופסים, עובדה אני לא איתו, אבל כולם קונים לא מחזיקים. אנשים אחד על השני בתוך הרחבה, אז תרימו את הידיים אל השמיים, תנו עוד בכבוד, תנו לו גם בה. אתם מבינים את העניינים, מבינים את המסיבה. אנשים אחד על השני בתוך הרחבה, אז תרימו את הידיים אל השמיים, תנו עוד בכבוד, תנו לו גם בה. למה אם היו מוכרים מילים, אז אני חנות מפעל. סבלימינל מפיל אויבים יותר מסטיבן סיגל, מחכים לדיסק יותר משחיכו למונדיאל. יש לי טקטיקה מילולית קרבית, דרגה של רמטכ"ל. אני המקור, בלי שום קשר לציפור. אני הראשון שכל אחד מכם יזכור. אלוהים ישמור, האור רותח כמו קיטור, לא מחכה בשום תור, ישר חותך כמו מסור. תזכור, סנדק חכם לא הולך יחף, איש המערות לא מפחד מהטלף. סם שולף תעשייה שלמה מהמרתף, נושף לכם בעורף, תאמינו שזה לא אל תתבלבל, מאחורי האור עומד אח שלי הצל. תתפלל שהקרטל של ישראל אומר חיים מסובכים, אבל אל תתעסק עם מוות. אנשים אחד על השני בתוך הרחבה, אז תרימו את הידיים אל השמיים, תנו לו בכבוד, תנו לו גם בה. אתם מבינים את העניינים, מבינים את המסיבה. אנשים אחד על השני בתוך הרחבה, אז תרימו את הידיים אל השמיים, תנו לו בכבוד, תנו לו גם בה.
So that was Afinali. As you can see, everybody was enjoying, and it's very important, as I said before, for me, that we are not just looking at what we are doing today for the dancers, but what we are doing for them in the future. And Orly, funny enough, many of your dances, somehow, I don't know, it's like you have the future vision. You are not just choreographing for now, but you're choreographing for tomorrow. There are another two dances that I want to take from you before we continue with the program. One of them is also a line dance by an amazing singer who is actually a bit of a religious singer. He talks a lot about God and about being together and a lot of values in Judaism. His name is Gad Elbaz, and the song and the dance is Halayla Ze Hazman. And the second dance that I want to take, which is more of a modern song in Israel, is Kvish Achof, also an amazing popular song that was in the radio not long ago. And this is a circle dance. So tell me a little bit about each of them, the story.
So Halayla Zazman, I just fell in love with the vibe. It was super cool. It had a good melody. We call it a hook. The chorus is kind of the hook that everybody wants to sing, and they'll sing it forever. It says Halayla Zazman. Tonight is basically the night to put your hands up in the air, party together, and just kind of like unite. Which is, for me, that's what folk dancing is. It's really just enjoying what we're doing and enjoying it together. Gad Elbaz is incredible. He's also the singer of Kanare, on Ben Simchon's dance. I actually found Gad Elbaz because I was visiting my aunt in Israel, and she gave me the CD because she knows I'm also a very spiritual person, and I very much connect to God, and his music just moved me. And so when I found Kanare, I actually gave that song to Yaron. I said, you have to choreograph a dance to this because he's a very good friend of mine. And then I found Halayla Zazman, and I was like, I have to make a dance to this too. So he was able to see the video. Actually, a good friend of ours, Adas, messaged him and said, my friend made a really great video. People all over the world are dancing this dance to your song, and he saw it, and he decided to actually make a thank you message, which you guys will see. And Kvisha Chof, I made a lot of line dances throughout the years, and I love them. And all of them are very different because I try to connect to different people who have different styles. Kvisha Chof is just such a freaking cool song. It's very young. As you can see, Gadi choreographed Tasil Sulim and Zahav. They're Static and Benel. They're the singers. And when I heard this is also about just like hanging out in your car with your friends, your foot's on the gas pedal, you're driving by the beach, and you're just listening to your friends chit chatter and just enjoying being together, putting your hands up and listening to the music. A lot of the movements, especially, they correlate to the dance. Like this whole thing that's also actually in Suddenly, these are the waves of the ocean. So when everybody is dancing it together, you kind of have that visual that the waves are moving in the ocean, and they're moving, they're coordinating and moving at the same time, just like folk dancing.
So let's take these two videos, and I'm very proud to say, like you said, that we have Gad Elbaz with a special message, Halayla Zazman, and after that, Kvish Chof. Enjoy.
Orly, wow, I heard that you danced the song. הלילה זה הזמן, הלילה זה הזמן, להרים את הידיים לכבוד אורלי. שהשם ישמור אותך, give you blessings. All the prayers that you pray to Hashem will be answered for your own benefit. Amen ve'amen. Thank you for dancing my music. Be'ezrat Hashem, I'll come to LA. I'm going to sing. All of you are going to dance in LA and all over the world. Be'ezrat Hashem. Toda. Thank you for everything from God Elbaz.
לא קומן העיניי גדל בטן דדיוק חגי הנה שימו לב הלילה מי הגונה תלמסה One, two, three, go! לא צריך סיבה כדי לשמוח לא צריך סיבה כדי לרקוד הוא נתן לי את כל הכוח לגרום לכם לרקוד אז תפתחו את הלב, תתנתקו מהכל תאמינו באחד כי הוא הכל יכול תנו לקצב, אתכם להוביל תרימו את הידיים כי הכל כאן מתחיל הרימו את הידיים מעל הראש הקצב ברגליים 1, 2, 3 הרימו את הידיים מעל הראש הקצב ברגליים 1, 2, 3 הלילה זה הזמן הלילה זה הזמן להרים את הידיים לשמיים הלילה זה הזמן הלילה זה הזמן להרים את הידיים לשמיים ידיים באוויר מעלה מעלה רוטו קדימה הלאה הלאה תנו לקצב אתכם להרים קחו קצת רגש תנו קצת אור לפנים תאמינו כי זה כל מה שצריך גם אם קשה הדרך זהו חלק מתהליך אז תרימו את הידיים באוויר תרימו את הידיים באוויר תרימו את הידיים מעל הראש הקצב ברגליים כולה 1, 2, 3 תרימו את הידיים מעל הראש הקצב ברגליים
החוף, רוח בשיער שוטף את הנוף, חבר'ה מאחורה מדברים בלי סוף, יא יא יא, הכל יהיה טוב, יא יא יא, על כביש החוף, רוח בשיער שוטף את הנוף, חבר'ה מאחורה מדברים בלי סוף, יא יא יא, הכל יהיה טוב, יא יא יא, הכל זורם.
רגל על הגז ואצבע על הרדיו, מכבה את הבעיות שלי כמו סיגריות, החלון שלי פתוח אז בטוח שהרוח תספר לעולם מה שנשאר לו. או יא כמה טוב, או יא לא לחשוב, לתת למוזיקה לסחוף את החבר'ה ואותי עד הסוף.
על כביש החוף, רוח בשיער שוטף את הנוף, חבר'ה מאחורה מדברים בלי סוף, יא יא יא, הכל יהיה טוב, יא יא יא, על כביש החוף, רוח בשיער שוטף את הנוף, חבר'ה מאחורה מדברים בלי סוף, יא יא יא, הכל יהיה טוב, יא יא יא, הכל זורם טוב.
את המסלול אני המלך, הדלק יספיק לכל הדרך בערך, המוזיקה באוטו מתחננת שתגביר, וגם אם אתה תנמיך אף אחד לא יפסיק לשיר. יש דור שלם שמחכה לשמוע שלבלגן כבר יהיה סוף, עזוב את הפקק ובוא נתחיל לנסוע, תן לאהבה לעקוב.
על כביש החוף, רוח בשיער שוטף את הנוף, חבר'ה מאחורה מדברים בלי סוף, יא יא יא, הכל יהיה טוב, יא יא יא, על כביש החוף, רוח בשיער שוטף את הנוף, חבר'ה מאחורה מדברים בלי סוף, יא יא יא, הכל יהיה טוב, יא יא יא, הכל זורם טוב. איפה סטארבוי? שכחנו אותו בחיפה.
לא באמת.
So I would love to ask you a little bit and to learn more about the journey through Dani Dasa, David Dasa, Camp Rikud, yourself, and Camp Shelanu now.
I think it's really, really important to acknowledge where you came from and who your mentors are, and to just always stay grounded and remember that, because they basically helped shape you and your influence on the present and on the future generations. So as you know, David is my mentor, but I do want to touch up on Dani because he's also a legendary figure in folk dancing. Dani Dasa fought in 2 wars. A lot of people may not know this, but he fought in the Independence Day War in 48 and also in the Sinai War in 56. He danced in the Dahlia Festival, which eventually became Carmiel. He was a performer. He was a professional dancer. So he was part of youth groups, and then he started to teach. And then after the Sinai War, he kind of wanted to get out of Israel, and he had an opportunity to move to New York and study there. He studied with Martha Graham. He went to Juilliard. He studied there too. I can't explain it, but like he has a very special essence about him. And you can tell through his dances, he was a storyteller. Everything had a purpose. He was very much connected to the land of Israel and to the culture. So basically, he didn't stay in New York that long because he missed that connection to Israel. By doing the modern dance and all that stuff, it didn't fulfill him. And then he had an opportunity to move to LA. Shlomo Bardeen purchased the biggest piece of Jewish-owned land called the Brandeis Bardeen Institute. Now it's bought out by the AJU, the American Jewish University. This is also where Camp Shelanu is, where Camp Rikud was. It's a very, very special piece of land that's just like a kibbutz.
And it's amazing. I remember when I arrived there and we are in the car and Shmulik is, yes, this used to be Camp Rikud here. And he starts to we go in with the car and he starts to talk about this is where they used to dance and this is where they used to sleep. And although it's refurbished and it's beautiful, it really has a special energy. And I'm saying this as someone that was there for the first time just a few months ago. But it really has something special. And when you start to hear all these stories,
Yeah.
wow.
And So basically, Donnie Dasa taught and choreographed for about 40 years, and then David, he was teaching while Donnie was still teaching, but then he inherited the session. David brought so many new people to folk dance. He had the biggest session at UCLA, many temples, camps. I was looking forward to Camp Recruit every single year. It was the biggest. It was one of the biggest camps in the world. It was certainly the biggest camp in the country, and it was certainly a place where a lot of the choreographers from Israel were introduced and exposed.
100%.
Had about 500 people come to this camp, and there was nowhere in the country that had a camp that big. And it was just so amazing to be a part of that, and I would help him, and I assisted him.
This is the same place that Danny and David had Camp Rikud, and you worked with them. And then you and Jason created the last camp I did before the lockdown.
The most exciting part of 2020, right? We're 2020.
That's right, yes. 2020, which is Camp Shelanu. Camp Shelanu, yes. The same. That's the reason that we call this program Shelanu. It's about the camp for everybody, from all of us, and that's the idea, to include everybody. And why is so special for you, Camp Shelanu?
Yes, so in 2015, I inherited David Dasa's session. I didn't do a camp for 4 years, even though he had stopped doing Camp Recruit a few years, like a year or two after I took over the session. I felt like I wasn't ready. And I always said to myself, if I do a camp, it needs to be at Brandeis, because this place is just so special. And it was all about community. And so I got an opportunity in 2019. I was able to go back to Camp Alanim as the dance director, same camp that I assisted David in when I was younger, when I started folk dancing. And that opened the door for me to open my own camp, Camp Shelanu. As you can see, the letters, it just fits so perfectly, because the 2 letters in the middle of Shelanu are LA. I directed with one of my best friends, Jason Goldman.
We say a big hi to Jason. That Dr. Goldman is someone that we love very much. So thank you for being with us. And yeah, you created Camp Shelanu.
Yeah, and we were so happy to have you with us. And as soon as Ilai got here, we just mentally connected in so many ways.
100%. And from my point of view, as the first time that I went to Camp Shelanu and to Ilai also, it was a great camp. I think that you as directors did an amazing job in creating also a team that complemented each other in such amazing ways, from the 2 of you, and also with Yaron Ben Simchon and Shmuli Govari and myself, and the 4 of us teaching. Each of us, you know, was bringing something different, and it made it very special. And I would love to share with the dancers now a few different dances that were danced or taught in Camp Shelanu in the first year and in the second year. And I didn't tell you this, but I will tell you right now. I surprise you also. I would love to take one of the best partner dances in the last few years, which is Machshavot Belibi, which was premiered in Camp Shelanu, in the first Camp Shelanu from Yaron Ben Simchon, and we have the video. The other dance I want to take, the other 2 dances I want to take, are from you, Orly. One is Imperia, which is an incredibly high energy circle dance that you taught for the first time. So it was premiered at Camp Shelanu. The other circle dance from you that it was not taught there because it has a few years already, but there is a mashup of videos which we are dancing together, is Inach Yafa, one of the most beautiful songs of Idan Reichel. And the last dance that I would love to share with everybody, if it's okay with you, Orly, it's a dance that actually I introduced to the world in Camp Shelanu 2020. It's a partner dance that we taught together.
Laila Vesinai, I just want to say something about it. This dance, you know, sometimes in folk dancing, a dance is introduced and it moves you in such a way that it's magical. I said, this is the dance. This is the partner dance of 2020, no doubt. I just can't imagine there being another dance that's going to affect people emotionally in such a manner. So I want to thank you for bringing that.
אז יאללה, let's enjoy these 4 dances, 2 circles and 2 partners with everybody else. Enjoy.
לחיים המשוגעים שהרגו לי את החלומות את היית בכל הימים, בכל הלילות, בתהומות אהבות ושקרים קטנים ותקוות שגרמו לראות מחשבות שלא עוזבות לי את הראש הרצות אל המרחקים מנגינות בלי מילים לכל אלה שירקו לי בפנים איך את מצילה אותי איך את מצליחה לחיות עם הראש הזה שלי החצי השני שלי אחת שמשלימה אותי את חלק מגופי
Ready? Move your
כמו
heels.
ילדים שרבים הכל
Let's go out.
כמו מילים שרוצות ליצור
Thank the lady.
כמו בשיר על המחשבות של אלוהים
From the beginning.
לחיים המטורפים שקברו לי את הרגשות
Side.
את היית לי לפעמים כמו האלוהים שבאהבות הריצות אל המרחקים השיחות הארוכות עם אחים
Side. Go.
לכל מי
One.
שלא יחזור לעולמי הריצות אל המרחקים מנגינות בלי מילים לכל אלה שירקו לי בפנים איך את מצילה אותי איך את מצליחה לחיות עם הראש הזה שלי החצי השני שלי אחת שמשלימה אותי את חלק מגופי כמו בסרט המפחיד ההוא כמו העולם הזה הלא ברור כמו ביום ההזוי ההוא בתל אביב
מה? תגידי לי מה לא מה תגידי טוב או רע לך תגידי לי טוב או רע לך אולי דברי איתי יותר ברור עכשיו אני בטוח דברי איתי הכי פתוח
Here we go.
לאיך את באת אליי איך את באת אליי שורה וצוחק הכי אמיתי לילה בסיני
Here we go.
תגידי מה שבא לך, תגידי לי מה שבא לך שאת צריכה קצת רוח, תשאירי לי חלום פתוח. ואיך את באת אליי, איך את באת אליי, אמרת לי בשקט, עד החיים. לילה בסיני, תבחרי מדי, שם את לא משקרת. תגידי לי את, למי את בוחרת, מי פה מאושר, איך הכל יקר, מולי עכשיו, סע רכבת, יפה כמו המדבר, בא לי סתם לומר, לא חשוב מתי, את איתי בדק, מתל אביב.
שבועות ביקשתי את שאהבה נפשי ולא מצאתי, חיפשתי בין כל רחובות העיר העמוס השקרים הזאת ולא מצאתי. עצרוני השומרים הסובבים בעיר החובי, כמעט ולא מצאתי אותו, אך לא הרבה ממנו עד שאביו אל תוך עירי, אל בית אמי ואל חדרי אל מיטתי. הנך יפה ראיתי ושפתותייך חודשני, שינייך לבנות כמו אור הלבנה, מי זאת עולה מן המדבר מארץ רחוקה, נישאת על כנף ציפור גדולה, הגיעה לביתי. כבר שבועות ביקשתי את שאהבה נפשי ולא מצאתי, חיפשתי בין כל רחובות העיר העמוס השקרים הזאת ולא מצאתי. עצרוני השומרים הסובבים בעיר החובי, כמעט ולא מצאתי אותו, אך לא הרבה ממנו עד שאביו אל תוך עירי, אל בית אמי ואל חדרי אל מיטתי. הנך יפה ראיתי ושפתותייך חודשני, שינייך לבנות כמו אור הלבנה, מי זאת עולה מן המדבר מארץ רחוקה, נישאת על כנף ציפור גדולה, הגיעה לביתי.
Orly, as we said before, one of your biggest talents is to inspire the new generations. So tell me a little bit of what do you do in the day-to-day work?
So Israeli folk dancing is my profession, which means besides having 2 sessions a week that I teach, I have a partner session and a regular session for adults. I also teach in Jewish private schools. I teach in 5 Jewish private schools as the dance director there, folk dancing, and I also do a little bit of secular dancing for their shows if need be. And in addition, I work at a summer camp, Camp Alonim, which has the biggest folk dance program, also at the Brandeis Bardin Institute every summer, with about 500 kids as well.
Wow.
That's just per session, and there are 3 sessions.
And now you have 2 new young dancers for you to teach, which are my brother and sister.
Yes. Love to teach them. So yeah, so the camp, and this is actually the camp where Donnie and David created the folk dance program. These are teenagers who actually dance like adults, like we do, which is very, very difficult to find, as you know, in America. And in addition to that, I also help David Dasa with a performance dance group. And this is a performance group that does modern, hip-hop, and folk dance, and everything is related to Judaism. It has a Jewish theme, and it's just amazing. So yeah.
Amazing. The dance that I want to do now that fits this style is Suddenly. And I didn't know that actually Suddenly was yours. And we did it here so many years. And I remember all the time in every marathon, every year there was a marathon here, a charity marathon called Dance for Life. We say thank you to everybody that was part of Dance for Life many years. And Yaron Carmel was here, and Ofer Alfasi. And every year they used to raise money for cancer and for cancer research. And every year, Suddenly was there. Every year. And you have like everybody dancing it. And then I suddenly came to LA and you know, it's your dance. So I want to say thank you for this.
Something funny about Suddenly is I'm the person who introduced Persian music to folk dancing because my parents are Iranian. I gave the song Hora Ben to Naftali. And then after that came all the songs by Arash, which is Suddenly, Salamati, Yala. So there you go.
Everybody to dance in this video of Suddenly that also we get to see there. Not only you dancing with everybody, but also we have there Elad, I think.
Yes. And Chen Shporen is from, there's a little clip from Camp Shalanu from 2019, and yes, they are dancing.
Amazing. So let's enjoy together Suddenly by Orly.
Suddenly I'm flying high in the sky. I can feel that I can catch the moon. The wind whispers you're gonna be my soon.
اگه با من بمونی تو میتونی منو به آرزوم برسونی ای قربونه خندیدنت قربونه رقصیدنت نه مثل تو پیدا نمیشه نه 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 به خدا نمیشه
suddenly. And before we continue with some more dances, I'm going to be asking you very soon for you to choose two of your favorite dances in Rikudeam apart from your dances. But while you are thinking about that, I want to share with everybody another of your circle dances, which is at Bali Tov. And it's also another high energy dance, circle dance. So while you think about two of your favorite dances, it doesn't matter from whom, I want to share with everybody at Bali Tov. As everybody, please stand up and let's get the party started.
Woo!
בקור בחור, אני טירה ביד, במועדון, בא לי חבר'ה מסביב, עם ידיים באוויר, למה אין בחורה כאן שאני לא מכיר, בא לי לקרוא את העיר כי בא לי, לא משנה לי המחיר, וואלה וואילי, מי פה לא מכיר את הווליום מגביר, מפוצץ את השיר, אז מה?
את באה לי טוב, את גורמת לחשוב עלייך, כל הלילה לא אפסיק לגור, אמיתי וקרוב עד הסוף, נרקוד ביחד.
בקור בחור, אני טירה ביד, במועדון, בא לי חבר'ה מסביב, עם ידיים באוויר, למה אין בחורה כאן שאני לא מכיר, בא לי לקרוא את העיר כי בא לי, לא משנה לי המחיר, וואלה וואילי, מי פה לא מכיר את הווליום מגביר, מפוצץ את השיר, אז מה?
את באה לי טוב, את גורמת לחשוב עלייך, כל הלילה לא אפסיק לגור, אמיתי וקרוב עד הסוף, נרקוד ביחד.
So now it's time. So I gave you some time to think about. So let me ask you again, two dances that you love from Rikudeam, circle, partners, line, I don't care, apart from your dances. So from the repertoire.
Can I have three? Yeah!
Only because it's you.
I want Palavra. Ugh, love that dance by Avi Levy, partner dance. I love Eretz Nehederet. It's just very soothing and flowy and about Israel. And obviously, Bereshit is one of my newer favorite ones, and it's gorgeous, and rightfully so, won first place. So
Toda. And I will never forget when I came to the first Arkada before Camp Shelanu. And you know, always when you go to a new place, you never know how people will welcome you. And then you play Bereshit and we dance it together, and it felt just like, okay, I'm at home. You know, it's like
LA loves you. You know that. And I'm sure when I say this right now, people will write it in Facebook in the comments. They're going to say, LA does love you and we want you to come back. So
thank you. I love all of you also. So before we dance then, if any of the dancers, friends, you know, choreographers, any that is watching, you want to write something, any questions, we are here together and we can answer anything that you want to write or send messages. So Chavarim, it's time to dance. Palavra, partner dance by Avi Levy. We have also Eretz Nehederet by Avner Naim, and also, as Orly said, you are the boss, Orly, Bereshit.
Já fechou? Acabou? Pra que tanta palavra? Vamos continuar o baile. Som na caixa.
איי, זה לא סתם עוד ערב סוחף בקצב הסמבה. אמרתי לאבי תגיע דחוף אז הוא קם בה. איך הקצב עולה. איי, מה זה נרדמת תוריד לי פה שניים קשסה. אחד בשבילי ולזה שאכל לי תרסה. שטיפה התעודד. היא מסובבת את הגוף שאיש אותה מדי. במקום לרקוד היא מסתובבת ועושה עליי. עושה פלברה, נראה לי זאת טיפול עליי. איך הקצב הולך וכל המשחק נעלם בה. שוב אני מתפלא איך פתאום זה קורה, קורה, קורה. ואני מתמלא בקצב אחר כמו שבא לה. יותר הגן הכי צמוד כיכר לה. אם תשאלי מה נעשה כשניפגש מחר, שהמקום סגור נרקוד צמוד על הכיכר. בלי הפלברה הסיפור בינינו לא נגמר. איי, יותר ברגליים פחות בישבן כי זה סמבה. בחוץ משחק אותה קר מבפנים אני לבא. איך הלב משתולל. היא מסובבת את הגוף שאיש אותה מדי. במקום לרקוד היא מסתובבת ועושה עליי. עושה פלברה, נראה לי זאת טיפול עליי. איך הקצב הולך וכל המשחק נעלם בה. שוב אני מתפלא איך פתאום זה קורה, קורה, קורה. ואני מתמלא בקצב אחר כמו שבא לה. יותר הגן הכי צמוד כיכר לה. אם תשאלי מה נעשה כשניפגש מחר, שהמקום סגור נרקוד צמוד על הכיכר. בלי הפלברה הסיפור בינינו לא נגמר.
יש פה ארץ נהדרת וכדאי בה לחיות, אם יודעים לראות הכל בעיניים אחרות. יש פה ארץ נהדרת, אם יודעים לצחוק אחרי שבולעים את הדמעה, אם לומדים להתחמם מחומה של הבטחה. יש פה ארץ נהדרת, אז בוא ניקח נשימה ונשבור את הקיר. הימים בהירים והלילה צעיר, אין ממה לפחד ומותר גם לשיר. המחר מתקרב והדופק מהיר. יש פה ארץ נהדרת להתחיל מההתחלה, ואנחנו עוד בדרך והדרך לא קלה. יש פה ארץ נהדרת, אם נאהב להתאהב, אם נזכור את התקוות, אם נלמד להתרגש ונתחיל סוף סוף לחיות. אז יש פה ארץ נהדרת, אז בוא ניקח נשימה ונשבור את הקיר. הימים בהירים והלילה צעיר, אין ממה לפחד ומותר גם לשיר. המחר מתקרב והדופק מהיר.
כבר הייתה אהבה, לאדמה טובה חיכתה כמו למים, חיכתה לשמש לשקיעות שבים, ולגל שגעגוע חיכתה. בראשית כבר הייתה אהבה, וחיכתה שיהיו לשמיים, לשאת עיניים אל הכוכבים, וחיכתה גם לאדם וחווה. מישהו מחכה לך בבית, קרוב לכאן אולי באיזו פינה, מקום שתקראי לו בית, כשתיכנסי בו יהפוך לשלך. כבר הייתה אהבה, וחיכתה שכבר תמצא לה מנוח, וחיכתה לי ילדים בחצר, וגם לעץ לטפס ולנוח בצל. בראשית כבר הייתה אהבה, ואחריה כבר נברא לו הצער, והדמעות והלב השבור, ואחריהם הגיעה נחמה. מישהו מחכה לך בבית, קרוב לכאן אולי באיזו פינה, מקום שתקראי לו בית, כשתיכנסי בו יהפוך לשלך.
Orly, we are almost in the end of the program, but we say to all the dancers to stay because we have HarkaLive that continues with more dances for everybody. Orly is here with us and we will continue dancing. As I always say, it's about bringing a nice feeling of community, regardless of the country that you are, regardless of the language that you speak originally. We all speak the same language, which is in this case, dance. And Rikudei Am started from someone very special for all of us. And actually, I can never believe that my father met this person and was in her house. And I'm speaking about Gurit Kadman. Gurit Kadman, originally named Gerd Kaufman, and then she changed her name when she went to Israel. She's the person that created, as you know, the Dalia Festival, that she said, Dafka Achshav, necessarily now, we need to be dancing, we need to be bringing the world of Israel together, even there was no Israel there. And why I say this, Orly, and why it's so important for me to speak this with you and not with any other choreographer, because you are not just a choreographer, but you are leading what I want to believe is that you are leading the future of what is happening now in Rikudei Am. Many influencers are now at the front of the battle, like I like to say it, fighting in the front and making sure that Rikudei Am stays alive. Every person is doing the best that they can, but you are definitely one of the leaders and you're making new people want to dance Rikudei Am. You're a female choreographer, and I want to listen from your point of view, what you think, what you wish for the future, if there is any thought that you want to do, because I really hope that we will all see more people with energy as you have. It doesn't matter men or women or whatever. As I always say this, you are an amazing choreographer, an amazing marquida, and you are my friend, and I don't care all the rest. So what is your wishes for the future?
You know, my wish is that people are just going to be more open-minded and more accepting of what's to come, because there is a wave of change. And, you know, I don't know if it's also Corona has helped this, people to just stand still and to literally listen, to just listen and absorb something that is bigger than all of us. And for, you know, there was a moment in folk dancing where women were not, I wouldn't say appreciated, but they weren't recognized. And, you know, as you know, folk dancing started with women, and I'm just so happy now to see that they are seen and they are included in the folk dance evolution, and their choreography is being recognized, and it's being danced, and it's being taught in sessions, and it's used to impact people to want to continue to dance and continue to make our community bigger and stronger.
Amen ve'amen. You said it better than anybody, and it's not a coincidence, but I think that you know how strongly you think about this, and you know how strongly I think that you are definitely, like I said before, one of the leaders of what is happening now in Rikudeam. So, Orly, I want to say thank you for joining me in this special program. I see all the notes there. For joining me in this special program, for being with me. As I always say, I'm opening my home and my heart to everybody that is joining in these HarkaLives, and it's really important for me that all of us, we come together to make Rikudeam accessible in every single corner in the world.
And I would like to thank you, if that's okay. I want to thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for not making me do push-ups. For the people who don't know this, every time we had Zoom Cali, there is a joke between us where he had to answer some questions. He was my first guest, mine and Aaron's first guest on Zoom Cali, and we made him do push-ups as he was answering questions, and it became the joke because every other choreographer that we had come, we did not make them do push-ups. Anyways, I just wanted to thank you for bringing this subject matter to the forefront, and for being my good friend. I love you. I will always be here for you. I will always support you. And just thank you for your influence on folk dancing, and for really just recognizing other people who want to be a part of it and want to give as much as themselves as you have.
Toda, Orly. And to close this, because you speak also Persian, many people don't know what it means. But we are going to close this program saying Salamati.
Salamati, and a lot of people don't know this. Yes, Salamati in Farsi means to good health. Also, L'chaim, Bezrat Hashem, everybody is healthy around us. Thank you for listening in. And that's it. God willing, we'll all be dancing together physically, in person, all over the world, in great health and laughter and love.
So, Orly, Salamati, let's dance it together. And we continue with the HarkaLive.
بزنید امشب مستیم امشب از اون شبا هست ساقی